Chapter 14. We needed to switch to another church. If we left on bad terms, other churches would treat us as a black sheep. Pastors kept in touch with each other, monitored members, and had political boundaries for where transient members should attend. We said God wanted us to help a church starting up. This meant we weren't leaving because of problems, and were given the pastor's blessing. After years of attendance, our uneventful goodbye was handshakes, and being told we should try to come back. The new church was an hour away, but it was worth it. This congregation was called Dead. That meant they didn't follow strict clothing rules or consistently shout and dance during music. We concurred with this label at our first service and brought our full intensity. I remember feeling awkward in that room, surrounded by silent, sheepishly staring members while we shouted at the top of our lungs. The pastor shouted from the front, and we were in the back, so the normally quiet congregation was literally surrounded by shouting. They started following suit within weeks. The church went from being called Dead by many churches to being called On Fire within a year. Even the younger people, who were generally burnt out, started to join in. Things started off so well, and every church aspect seemed better. There was even potential for friendships. This was exactly what we were looking for, just like we thought when we joined the first church. This too wouldn't last, however, and things would end much worse. We spent more time than ever before at church, and looked forward to the activities. Over time, we worked our way into the ministry. I joined the musicians, while relatives joined in singing and preaching. We spent so much time with the pastor's family, that we started to be included in exclusive activities and planning. The pastor's intentions seemed like a pure desire to improve people's lives at this point, and we were proud. Behind the scenes, ministers would compare how much power with God their churches had. We told other ministers that our pastor and church were as good as the large events. He received much praise for the quality of our services and member involvement, which he accepted humbly. This pastor joined the church in prison and promised God to spread the word when he got out. Sadly, this past would come back to haunt us, just as the abusive past in the previous church did. Next, I learn about the rules that govern different types of relationships.